As I mentioned to you, we have free services and fee-based services. We don't have to discuss what you're going to choose just yet, but what I want to tell you that we're going to do now is take a complete statement so that even if you elect to choose our free service, we can still help you report your complaint. So I want to go over pretty much the entire story. If you wouldn't mind, you don't have to give me all the details because I know we spoke previously and we went in some detail at that point. But I'd like to kind of start off with the general picture so that when we file a complaint on your behalf, be it with the police department, DOJ, or whomever, or if we ultimately do an investigation in some way of the complaint, we have a nice sound footing that we're all operating from. So can you just walk me through what happened? I know you were running a business. The police raided your business. They had no reason to. And just walk me through how this whole thing started.
I'm going to take you back a little to give you a background about me. First and foremost, I'm actually from Kansas City. I moved up to Minneapolis in the early 90s, mid-90s. I ended up subsequently getting convicted on a felony in possession, in which I ended up fighting on appeal. Ended up getting a paralegal degree. I was in USP Leavenworth, and I got a paralegal degree and was working on my appeal and came home on appeal. And when I came home, I actually got incarcerated in Minneapolis, and actually in the same little suburban cities outside of Minneapolis. And when I came home, I noticed that it was harassing me continuously. I was on parole still for some odd reason. They said if you did the length of time that I've done, because I went to jail in like 96, 97, and then come home in 2003, they said I had to stay on some type of supervised release. Long story short, and with that, I ended up somebody, a female associate that I was associated with at that time. She had a gun in the car, and they tried to take me to jail for that. Actually, they did take me to jail for a felony in possession and gave me a $1 million bail. And I posted a $100,000 bail. They gave me first a $100,000 bail, and I posted a $100,000 bail in cash. And then, while I was processing for my release, they took me back to court and raised my bail to $1 million and had it all on the news, so I couldn't post that. We went to a preliminary hearing, and the case got threw out because the officer stated the reason his probable cause for pulling me over was because I was driving with a Caucasian lady, a white woman, and that was his probable cause to pull me over. That happened in 2005.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is there a record of that anywhere in the court record?
Yeah, it was a court record. I don't know if you're familiar with Keith Ellison. He's the senator in the White House right about now, but that was my lawyer at the time. And
you're kidding me. Keith Ellison's a friend of mine.
Yeah, Keith asked him about me. He didn't know me, they're all kind.
Okay.
Yes. he did tell you about me, but yeah, he actually handled that case, and they violated me for being on paper, whatever. But yes, there's a record of it, and he has a record of it as well. But I got the case dismissed, and that was in 2005. I was still on parole, and my PO told me don't open any businesses, don't do anything that, what's the word, upset the times. Just get off the paper, then you can do what you want to do. I got off the paper, and when I got off paper in January. In April, I opened up 2 stores. After I actually opened one in April, and I opened up another one in June. And when I did that, shortly after that, I could see the harassment just ongoing. Like the officers would, I had a private parking lot, and they would put tickets on my cars, and I had like a recording studio as well in the back of one of my stores. So it was like traffic coming in. I can't say tweet hours at the night, but what my producer might be there doing a session at 1 o'clock in the morning, and when they come out, there's tickets all on everybody's car.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to the city council. I did my part as a whole, as a, what's the word I'm looking for, as a try to be an upstanding citizen. I was falsely arrested previously, and I don't like to see people go down the wrong path. I had the mayor there. They used to have a thing called business boosters, and I used to bring the mayor to eat breakfast, and like all the other little small businesses around there to eat breakfast in my stores, show them the store, they go in and record the studio, just to, let everybody feel familiar they did the raid, they found the gun, and then actually that was my girlfriend's house. It wasn't even my house. They did the raid, they found the gun, and she lived there, nothing in my name, no lease, no bills, any of that type of stuff. They did the raid, they found her gun.